Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Fluentx English. Oh man, Sarah, I'm starving right now.
Mike, you're always hungry, but you know what? That's actually perfect for today's topic.
Right? And hello to all of you beautiful people watching this. I'm Mike.
And I'm Sarah. And guys, let me tell you something funny that happened to me last week. So I was at this American diner, right? And the waiter asked me, "How do you want your eggs?" And I completely froze.
Oh no.
I mean, I know what eggs are, obviously, but how do I want them? What does that even mean? Scrambled, fried, boiled? I had no idea what to say. So I just pointed at the menu like, this one.
See, this is exactly why we need today's lesson. Because food is everywhere. We talk about it every single day. But somehow, it's one of those topics where English learners get stuck.
Right? And it's not just about knowing the words for chicken or rice or bread. It's about how to actually talk about food the way native speakers do.
Exactly. So today, we're going to teach you how to talk about food and cooking in simple English. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you'll be ready to talk about any meal, any restaurant situation, any cooking conversation with total confidence.
Yes, and we're keeping it super simple, super practical, and honestly, super fun. Because talking about food should be enjoyable, not stressful.
Absolutely. Now, before we jump in, if this is your first time here, welcome to the Fluentx family. We're so excited to have you.
Yes, and if you've been watching our videos, you already know what's coming. Go ahead and smash that like button. It literally takes 1 second, and it helps us so much.
And don't forget to subscribe because we're dropping brand new English lessons every single day. Every day, guys. We're here to make you fluent, confident, and ready for any English conversation.
All right, so Mike, I'm going to be honest. I'm getting hungry just thinking about this topic.
Me too. So let's not waste any more time. Let's dive right in.
Okay, Mike, let's start with the absolute basics. Because I think a lot of beginners know food words like pizza, burger, chicken, but they don't know how to describe them or talk about them in a natural way.
Oh, that's so true. Like you can say, I ate pizza, but that sounds so boring, right? Native speakers don't just list what they ate, they describe it. They share feelings about it. They make it interesting.
Exactly. So let's start with the most common question you'll hear. What did you eat today? Now, how do we answer that in a way that sounds natural and keeps the conversation going?
Great question. So instead of just saying, I ate chicken, you can add a little more detail. For example, I had some grilled chicken for lunch. It was really good. See how much better that sounds?
Oh, yes. You added what type of chicken, when you ate it, and your opinion about it. That's like 3 pieces of information in one simple sentence.
Exactly. And here's another example. Instead of saying, I ate pasta, you could say, I made pasta at home yesterday. And honestly, it turned out pretty delicious.
I love how you said honestly there. It makes it sound so natural and conversational.
Right? Little words like honestly, actually, literally, they make your English sound more fluent. But we'll talk more about that later. First, let's talk about the 5 basic tastes that you absolutely need to know.
Yes. Okay. So everyone, these 5 words are super important. Ready? Sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and spicy.
Perfect. Now let's break these down with examples because just knowing the words isn't enough. You need to know how to use them. So Sarah, what's something sweet?
Oh, easy. Cake, chocolate, ice cream, candy, cookies. Basically, all the good stuff.
Yes, so true. And here's how you'd use it in a sentence. This cake is so sweet. Or, I love sweet things. Simple, right?
Super simple. Okay, next one. Salty. Mike, what's salty?
Let's see. Chips, French fries, popcorn, bacon, pretzels. Oh man, I'm getting hungry again.
And you could say, These chips are too salty, or I don't like really salty food. Easy.
Easy. Now, sour, this is an interesting one because a lot of English learners confuse sour with bitter. They're different.
Yes. So sour is like lemons, limes, vinegar, yogurt sometimes. It's that sharp, tangy taste that makes your face scrunch up a little.
Exactly. You might say, wow, this lemon is so sour, or I love sour candy. Now, bitter is different. Bitter is like coffee without sugar, dark chocolate, some vegetables like bitter gourd.
Right. And you might say, this coffee is too bitter for me, or I can't handle bitter flavors. Got it?
Perfect. And last one, spicy. Now, this is a big one because so many cultures have spicy food.
Oh, yes. So spicy means hot, like it burns your mouth a little. Chili peppers, hot sauce, curry, wasabi.
Exactly. And here's how you use it. This curry is really spicy. Or, I can't eat spicy food, it's too much for me. Or even, I love spicy food, the hotter the better.
Ooh, I like that last one. Okay, so now we have the 5 basic tastes covered. But Mike, there are so many other ways to describe food, right? Like, what if something is crunchy or soft or creamy?
Oh yes, texture words. These are amazing for making your descriptions more interesting. Okay, let's go through some common ones. Crunchy, like chips, fried chicken, toast.
Crispy, that's similar to crunchy, right?
Yes, crispy and crunchy are almost the same, like crispy bacon, crunchy vegetables. Both work.
Got it. What about soft?
Soft is like bread, cake, cooked vegetables, mashed potatoes, things that are easy to bite and chew. You could say, this bread is so soft and fresh.
Okay, what about creamy?
Creamy is for smooth, rich foods like ice cream, soup, sauces, mashed potatoes. You might say, this soup is nice and creamy, or I love creamy pasta sauces.
Nice. What about chewy?
Ah, chewy, like gummy candy, steak sometimes, bread that's a bit tough. You could say, this steak is a little chewy, or I like chewy cookies.
And juicy, that's a good one.
Oh yes, juicy is for things with a lot of liquid inside, like a good burger, fresh fruit, grilled chicken. You'd say, this burger is so juicy, or I love juicy watermelon.
Perfect. Okay, Mike, now let's talk about something super important. How to express whether you like or dislike food. Because beginners usually just say, I like it or I don't like it, but there are so many better ways to say it.
So true. Okay, let's start with positive expressions. If you really like something, you can say, this is delicious. This is amazing. This tastes incredible. Oh my God, this is so good.
Yes, and you can add really or so to make it stronger, like this is really delicious or this is so amazing.
Exactly. Now, if you want to be more specific, you can say, I love the flavor. The taste is perfect. This is exactly what I needed. Or even, I could eat this every day.
Ooh, I like that last one. It shows you really, really enjoy it. Okay, what about when food is just okay? Not bad, not amazing, just fine.
Ah, yes, the middle ground. You can say, it's not bad, it's okay, it's decent, or it's pretty good. These all mean it's acceptable but not exciting.
Right. And what if you want to be polite, but you don't really like it? Because sometimes you're eating at someone's house and you can't just say, this is terrible.
Yes, exactly. So you can use softer expressions like, it's a bit too salty for me. It's not really my taste. Or I prefer it cooked differently. These are honest, but polite.
Smart. And if the food is actually bad and you're with friends, you can be more direct, right?
Oh yes, with close friends, you can say, this is awful. This tastes terrible. I can't eat this. Or even, this is disgusting. But only with people you're comfortable with.
Yes, don't say that to your mother-in-law. Okay, Mike, let's talk about quantities because this is where beginners get confused. Like, how do you order food or talk about how much you want?
Great topic. Okay, so in English, we have countable and uncountable foods, but let's keep it simple. For things you can count, like apples, eggs, cookies, you say, I want 2 apples. I ate 3 cookies. Can I have 5 eggs?
Easy. But what about things you can't count, like rice, water, milk, bread?
For those we use words like some, a little, a lot of. For example, I want some rice. Can I have a little water? I ate a lot of bread.
And what if you want to be more specific?
Then you use containers or measurements, like a glass of water, a cup of coffee, a bowl of rice, a piece of pizza, a piece of cake, a bottle of juice.
Ooh, those are super useful. Can we practice a few more?
Sure, a plate of pasta, a spoonful of sugar, a pinch of salt, a handful of nuts, a loaf of bread.
Perfect. Okay, so now let's put this all together with a real example. Mike, imagine someone asks you, "What did you have for breakfast?" Give me a detailed, natural answer.
Okay, let me think. So this morning, I had scrambled eggs with a bit of cheese, 2 slices of toast with butter, and a big cup of coffee. The eggs were really fluffy and creamy, and the toast was nice and crispy. Honestly, it was the perfect breakfast.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing. And see, everyone, that's how native speakers talk about food. You described what you ate, how it was cooked, the texture, and your opinion, all in just a few sentences.
Exactly. It's not complicated. You just add little details that make it interesting.
Love it. Okay, before we move to part 2, let's do a quick recap. Everyone, we've learned the 5 basic tastes: sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and spicy. We learned texture words like crunchy, soft, creamy, chewy, and juicy. We learned how to express if we like or dislike food in different ways. And we learned how to talk about quantities.
Perfect summary. And remember, guys, you don't need to memorize everything right now. Just pick a few expressions that feel natural to you and start using them. The more you practice, the more automatic it becomes.
Absolutely. All right, ready for part 2? Because now we're getting into the fun stuff: cooking vocabulary and restaurant conversations.
Let's do it.
All right, everyone, welcome to part 2. Now we're going to talk about cooking and ordering food at restaurants.
Yes, and guys, even if you don't cook much, you still need to know these words because people talk about cooking all the time in English.
So true. Okay, Mike, let's start with basic cooking methods. What are the most common ways to cook food?
Great place to start. So the big ones are fry, boil, bake, grill, roast, and steam. Let's break them down. Fry means cooking in hot oil, like fried chicken, French fries, fried eggs.
Basically all the delicious, unhealthy stuff.
Pretty much. Now, boil means cooking in hot water, like boiled eggs, boiled vegetables, pasta.
Right. And bake is cooking in an oven, like cakes, cookies, bread, pizza.
Exactly. Grill is cooking over fire or high heat, usually for meat or vegetables, like grilled chicken, grilled fish, grilled veggies.
Ooh, and roast. That's also in the oven, but usually for bigger things, like a whole chicken or potatoes, right?
Yes, roasted chicken, roasted vegetables, roasted nuts. And finally, steam means cooking with hot steam, like steamed rice, steamed vegetables, steamed dumplings.
Perfect. Okay, so now let's talk about the actual process of cooking. Like, what do you do when you're making food? Let's go step by step.
Okay, so first you usually need to chop or cut your ingredients. Chop means cutting into small pieces like chopped onions, chopped garlic.
And what if you want really tiny pieces?
Then you mince or dice. Minced garlic is super small. Diced tomatoes are small cubes. Got it?
Got it. What's next?
Next, you might need to peel things like peel potatoes, peel carrots, peel an orange, basically removing the outer skin.
Right. And then you might need to mix things together, right?
Yes, you can mix, stir, or whisk. Mix is general, stir is moving things around in a pot or pan, and whisk is mixing really fast, usually for eggs or batter.
Okay. And what about adding ingredients? How do you say that?
Oh, great question. You can say add, pour, or sprinkle depending on what you're adding. Add is general, like add salt, add sugar. Pour is for liquids, like pour the milk, pour the sauce. And sprinkle is for small amounts on top, like sprinkle some cheese, sprinkle some herbs.
Love it. Okay. What about measuring? Like, how do you know how much of something to use?
Ah, measurements. So we use teaspoons, tablespoons, and cups mostly. A teaspoon is really small, a tablespoon is bigger, and a cup is, well, a cup.
And in recipes, you'll see things like 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of butter, 3 cups of flour.
Exactly. Now let's talk about taste testing because this is important. When you're cooking, you need to try the food to see if it needs anything. So you might say, let me taste it, or does this need more salt? Or, it needs something.
Yes, and if it needs more of something, you say, it needs more salt, or it could use a bit more pepper, or maybe add some spices.
Perfect. Now, Sarah, let's do a fun example. Describe how to make something simple like scrambled eggs.
Ooh, okay. So first, you crack the eggs into a bowl. Then you add a little bit of milk and some salt and pepper. Then you whisk it all together until it's mixed. Then you heat some butter in a pan, pour the eggs in, and stir them gently until they're cooked. Done!
Beautiful. See, everyone? That's how you describe a cooking process. You use all those action words we just learned. Crack, add, whisk, heat, pour, stir, cook.
Exactly. And honestly, once you know these basic words, you can describe cooking almost anything.
So true. All right, now let's switch gears and talk about restaurants, because this is where a lot of English learners feel nervous.
Oh my gosh, yes. Restaurant situations can be intimidating, but they don't have to be.
Exactly. So let's walk through a typical restaurant experience from start to finish. First, you arrive at the restaurant. The host might ask, how many people, or table for how many?
Right, and you just say, table for 2, or 4 people, or just me. Simple.
Perfect. Then they'll say, follow me, or right this way, and they'll take you to your table. Once you sit down, the waiter or waitress will come over and might say, hi, how are you guys doing today? Or, welcome, can I start you off with some drinks?
Okay, so they're asking what you want to drink first. You can say, can I have a water, please? Or, I'll take a Coke. Or, just water for now, thanks.
Exactly. And then they'll give you time to look at the menu. When they come back, they might say, are you ready to order? Or do you need a few more minutes?
And if you're ready, you say, yes, I'm ready. Or, I'll have the... and then you say what you want.
Right. Now here's something important. How to order politely. Don't just say, I want the burger. Instead, say, can I have the burger? Or, I'll have the chicken, please. Or, could I get the pasta?
Yes, can I have, I'll have, and could I get. These are the 3 most common ways to order.
Exactly. Now, the waiter might ask you questions about how you want your food. For example, with a burger, they might say, how would you like that cooked? And you can say, medium, well done, or medium rare.
Ooh, and for eggs, they ask, how do you want your eggs? And you say scrambled, fried, sunny side up, or over easy.
Perfect. And for steak, they might ask, what sides would you like? Or what comes with that? Sides are the extra things like fries, salad, rice, vegetables.
Right, so you could say, I'll have fries, or can I get a salad instead? Or what are my options?
Great. Now let's talk about asking questions, because sometimes you don't understand the menu, It's totally fine to ask. You can say, "What's in this dish?" Or, "Is this spicy?" Or, "Does this have nuts?" Especially if you have allergies.
Yes, and you can ask for recommendations like, what do you recommend? Or what's popular here? Waiters love helping with that.
Absolutely. Now, what if you need something during the meal? Maybe you need more water or napkins or ketchup. How do you ask?
Easy. You just catch the waiter's attention and say, "Excuse me, could I get some more water?" Or, "Can I have some ketchup, please?" Or, "We need more napkins."
Perfect. Now, the most stressful part for some people, the end of the meal. How do you ask for the check?
Yes. Okay, so you can say, "Can we get the check, please?" Or, "Could we have the bill?" Or just, "Check, please." All of these work.
Exactly. And if you're paying separately with friends, you can say, "Can we split the check?" Or, "Separate checks, please."
And don't forget to tip. In America especially, tipping is super important. Usually 15 to 20%.
So true. Okay, Sarah, let's do a role play. I'll be the waiter, you be the customer. Ready?
Ready.
Hi there, welcome. How are you doing today?
Hi, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. Can I start you off with something to drink?
Yes. Can I have a lemonade, please?
Sure thing. And are you ready to order, or do you need a few more minutes?
I think I need a couple more minutes, actually.
No problem. Take your time. I'll be right back.
Okay, everyone. See how natural that was? I was polite, I asked for what I wanted, and I was honest about needing more time.
Exactly. And notice how the waiter was friendly and relaxed. That's how most restaurant interactions go. It's not formal or scary.
Right. Okay, let's continue the role play. Mike, I'm ready to order now.
Great. What can I get for you?
I'll have the grilled chicken with mashed potatoes and a side salad, please.
Perfect. And how would you like your chicken cooked?
Well done, please.
Got it. And what dressing would you like on your salad? We have ranch, Italian, Caesar, and balsamic vinaigrette.
Ooh, I'll have ranch.
Awesome. I'll get that started for you.
Thank you.
Okay, everyone, see how that worked? I asked specific questions about how she wanted her food, and Sarah answered clearly. That's all you need to do.
Exactly. And if you don't understand something the waiter says, just ask. You can say, "Sorry, can you repeat that?" Or, "What are my options again?" It's totally normal.
Absolutely. All right, let's talk about some common problems at restaurants and how to handle them politely. What if your food is cold?
You can say, "Excuse me, this is a bit cold. Could you warm it up for me?" Or, "I'm sorry, but this isn't hot."
Perfect. What if your order is wrong?
You say, "I'm sorry, but I ordered the chicken, not the fish." Or, "I think there's been a mix-up with my order."
Great. What if you're allergic to something and it came with your food?
Oh, that's serious. You say, "Excuse me, I'm allergic to nuts. I didn't realize this had nuts in it. Can I get something else?"
Exactly. Be clear and direct about allergies. Now, what if the food just isn't good, like it tastes bad?
That's tricky. You can be honest but polite, like, "I'm sorry, but this doesn't taste right." Or, "This isn't what I expected. Is there something else you recommend?"
Perfect. Most restaurants will fix problems or offer you something else. They want you to be happy.
Exactly. Okay, Mike, let's wrap this up with some final power tips for talking about food and cooking.
Great idea. Okay, everyone. Tip number 1. Practice describing your meals every day, even if you're just talking to yourself. Say what you ate, how it tasted, what you liked about it. This makes it automatic.
Love that. Tip number 2, watch cooking shows or food videos in English. You'll hear all these words used naturally and you'll learn even more vocabulary.
Excellent tip. Tip number 3, don't be afraid to ask questions at restaurants. Native speakers ask questions all the time. It's normal and expected.
Yes, and my tip? Start simple. You don't need fancy vocabulary to talk about food. Even native speakers use simple words most of the time.
So true. And one more tip from me, food is a universal topic. Everyone eats. Everyone has opinions about food, so it's a great way to practice English and make friends.
Absolutely. Okay, everyone, that's it for today's masterclass. We covered so much, from basic taste words to cooking vocabulary to full restaurant conversations.
And remember, this is beginner-friendly stuff. You don't need to be perfect. Just start using these phrases little by little.
Exactly. Now, if you enjoyed this lesson, please hit that like button. It helps us reach more English learners like you.
And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? We're posting new videos every single day to help you become fluent and confident.
Make sure to turn on notifications so you never miss a video.
All right, everyone, we'll see you in the next lesson. Until then, go practice talking about food.
And maybe treat yourself to something delicious. Bye, everyone.
Take care. See you soon.